fall in love, and now I know I can't be the only one. Hello, friends. Welcome back. We're playing more Kingdom Death. How exciting. I have been doing quite a lot of posting over the last few days on the social media, and I don't really normally do that. And I guess it might come across as I'm trying to leverage my miniature masters experience maybe into more social media clout, but I don't really think that's what I'm trying to do. It certainly doesn't feel like what I'm trying to do, but yeah, what I'm just trying to do is highlight how many people were involved in the production of the show and how much everyone invested. Hello, Valkar Melchior. Hey, Match Fixer. Because there was just a huge amount of effort that went into the show, so I guess I feel passionately about showcasing that. Hey, Daryl. So tomorrow morning, I've got a stream where I'm going to go through my whole experience, talk about the behind the scenes stuff, and share all my photos that I took and all that type of gear. And the in the next couple of days, I'm doing some posts for a few remaining people that I have to shout out. And then I'll go back to my regularly scheduled programming of not posting very much, I think is my plan. Because it's draining the heck out of me. All right. We're playing Kingdom Death. But as I've said over the last few streams, if you want to talk about Miniature Masters, feel free to ask. I'm happy to talk about it. This episode of Kingdom Death Monster is Lantern Year 5. So we've just picked up quite a few little positive buffs. We've got here the Regal Edge, which is very nice. And we've got drag investments not here, actually. He doesn't have drag investments, this guy. Because this is not... Actually, you can give the drag investments to anyone. They're not... Yeah, he does have drag investments. Very nice. So yeah, we've got Chris Brown, who's got tough, -1 speed. But we're going to give him... What are you? Your Naked Club. Drag investments. What are we missing there? Bone darts. Cool. And what we are doing is taking out 1 good survivor and then 3 a little bit more nuffies because we have to contend with Path of the Pinged. I was going to try and avoid this, but I really think we need to pump the resource production up quite a bit. So we're going to try for that. Level 2. We have Song of the Brave, so it's crazy not to go for level 2. When you have Song of the Brave, why not? Why not, I say. Did I add Symposium? I did. Perfect. All right, so Smog Singers level 2 is who we will go for. And I do like the Smoggos at level 2. They provide a little bit more of a challenge. I think I spoke about it a little bit last night when I was talking about these guys. I hated Smoggos very early on. I was like, these guys are just the worst Node 2 monster. But they have grown and grown on me more and more than I expected. Purely because they are such a different experience to most of what this game offers you. Most of what this game offers you is a monster that draws AI cards that's actively trying to attack you and you're trying to defeat it. But the Smog Singers, they don't really attack you. They let you attack them and it feels like you're just wailing on them, and then randomly out of nowhere they'll pound you with some outrageous stuff. So they're a vastly different experience, and their gear is really fun. Okay, so we'll just review everyone. So Chris Brown up here, he's got a scrap sword. We're -1 speed. Oh, thank you, Valkar. I did like it myself, actually. I thought it was pretty cool. It's definitely my favourite thing that I painted during the show. My favourite thing. Yeah. It was nice.
Manager!
Stop doing that, Deno. Stop pressing buttons over there. Good work. Okay, so that's all correct, but I do not have a single... Yep, perfect. How's Chris Brown -1 accuracy? I feel like I've messed up there. He should have an accuracy. Cool. Madonna. Madonna's very, very good here. We've got Faded Blow and Synchronized Strike, so that's cool. Hemophobia. Miles Davis. Taylor Swift. Great. Let's roll into this showdown and depart. So we're over to this screen. We are going to start by moving to here, which is a normal event. We're definitely going to get Bone Eaters tonight, by the way. So, ooh, Lonely Tree. We'll just go a random event. I don't feel like getting the tree out right now. Thank you, mate. Sort of not really what I was anticipating as my first roll of this particular hunt phase. Sure. We knew it was going to happen at some point, so it's happened early. That's good. Hunt event 10. If any survivor has noisy gear, the harvester is drawn to the sound and they are instantly eaten. Cool. Chris Brown, dead. It's only during the showdown you get the Graves bonus of doubles, isn't it? Yep. Hunt, 2. Oh, awesome. We got heaps. Graves, good on you, Chris Brown. I'm so fucking angry about Madonna dying. Look at her shit. Oh, that is fucking bullshit. I didn't even get to give her kid iridescent hide. Oh, that hurts, man. Cool. Yeah, not the best plan going for the drums. I guess we just complete the showdown. Defeat. We may not depart to hunt smog singers during the next Lantern year. All right. Lantern year 5, done and dusted. We got no hide. We can't do a thing. We can't do an innovate. All right, cool. We'll do Death Drifter Wanderer then, I guess. That was quick. That was a quick hunt phase. The musical plan may have just backfired on us dramatically there. Okay, cool. I guess we'll hunt a stupid flower night then. Oh, that sucks. That sucks so much. Cool. We do get to do Wanderer Death Drifter though, so I've never done Drifter on camera. Death Drifter. I guess we'll do a settlement event. This one, 1 to 5. Nope, so it's this one, and I'm just going to roll down. Number 1. A triathlon of death. All right, that could be fun. So, each player nominates a different survivor. All right, well, I'll nominate Freddie Mercury. And that's it. So Freddie Mercury gets a permanent movement. He gains bragging rights and a skull. And Freddie gains 1 weapon proficiency level. He goes to level proficiency club 2. Oh, this is just devastating. Cool. Next card off the rank is the Humming Mystery. And then we'll do Unwanted Gifts. And then we'll do Bone Witch. And then we'll do Death Drifter. Alright, so Humming Mystery is this one. The Outcast gains +8 Hunt XP. So that is the Rainbow Connection. They do not gain the benefit of Hunt XP milestones. Then roll 1d10. And let's see what we roll. We roll an 8. The Outcast may select or change weapon proficiency type. Then they gain +1 permanent speed and 6 weapon proficiency levels. Well, let's get... It'd be good to get Shield, wouldn't it? Shield's always really hard to start. Do we have any good shields in this campaign? I think so. We've got Trophy Taker. We'll go Shield. And a Speed. We've got to get rid of Rainbow Connection's Pacifist. What is this? This character's turning into a beast. So we're going to add Chance Portal to the timeline on a Lantern Year 8. And that is that one done. Now we've got the Gifts one from Atlas. Unwanted Gifts, I think it's called. A large red box appears in the middle of the settlement. Roll 1d10. Oh, we could have -4 population here. That would be awful. We roll 4. Inside is a wonderful painting on a luxurious piece of hide. We just picked up a free hide. We can innovate. Oh my God, that's the best. It's a perfect hide, but I don't care. And we add self-invited guest 1d10 years from the timeline. That is 2 years from now. So in Lantern Year 8, we will have a self-invited guest story event as well. Proving to be a very fun year that year. Why is the 7 red, I wonder? I wonder if there's a reason behind that. Atlas has painted it, it looks like, but that's fun. This would have been a great one. A 10 plus. What did I roll? A 4. Becomes a 5. Okay, so that's Atlas's Unwanted Gifts done. Humming Mystery done. Bone Witch. Oh, fuck, I hate Bone Witch. Actually, we get out of Bone Witch without having to do any endeavours at it because it's the most insane random returning survivor. We don't have an insane returning survivor. That's good. Sweet movie. Any survivor may endeavour at here. We will not endeavour at the Bone Witch. Alright, the exciting one, Death Drifter. So here he is. I'm going to have to grab him out. So we're going to add a new survivor. It's going to be a Wanderer, and it's going to be Death Drifter. There he is. Okay, here's an Ark Survivor Wanderer. When he joins your settlement, fill out an Ark Survivor record sheet. Death Drifter starts with 0 and 0. Courage and Understanding. He gets different stuff. Cool. He's got Veteran and Lone Drifter abilities. What does Lone Drifter do? You may dash one additional time per round. You cannot perform any survival actions except for dash at the start of your act. It is an expensive game. You're absolutely correct about that. I have got way too many models and painted all of them though, so that's good. We've got Torment. He begins with the Death Drifter Cloak rare gear. He also gains additional gear as his story unfolds. Cool. Let's grab out the Death Drifter gear. Death Drifter Cloak. It's irreplaceable. After you roll 1d10 as part of Death Drifter knowledge or fighting art, you may change the roll result to a Lantern 10. Seems pretty good. Excellent. Yes, I've got lots unpainted as well, but not that many. So we know how Ark Survivors work. I don't know what that says. Death Drifter joins a settlement. Create his record sheet. Roll 1d10. We get to add +1 to this roll. So that's not great. I'm going to use a lifetime reroll on one of my survivors. Warhammer Games is bad. I used to have a lot of those. Who do we want to use? I think I've got someone who's got a bad one. Not Enya, Elton John, not Electric Boogaloo. Bono's already used his. Ariana Grande is going to use her lifetime reroll. All right, we get at least to a 5, which is Death Drifter and another survivor gain 2 understanding. So let's use Electric Boogaloo. No, we'll go Freddie Mercury. So he's going to gain Awake. And Death Drifter gets 2 as well. Okay, we're sorting these by Hunt XP, by the way. Okay. Things are looking up. Things are looking up. I'm going to grab my Death Drifter model out of the shelf because he's all painted like all of my Wanderers. Whee! Here he is, little Drifterino. I gave him a cloak of stars. He's fun. Actually did a really good job with him. Probably one of the best Wanderers I painted. I'm really unhappy about that harvester thing. Okay, we've got how many endeavors? We've got 9 endeavors. Well, at least we can pump some rolls to try and get more babies, which actually might not be that bad anyway. We got anything else we can do? Yeah, we'll innovate for 1. So we're going to use our perfect hide, which is a waste. We're going to use our lion testes, which is also a waste. And then we've got to go for a bone, so that'll be the whistle tooth. There it is. But we get to do an innovate. We managed to keep enough. So we've got Symposium now, so we draw 4 cards. We'll do it over here. First option is storytelling. Yeah, not too bad. Second option is scrap smelting. Also okay, but unlikely to go for that. Hovel. Hovel's a big one. Shrine. None of those excite me really. Let's go with Hovel. Hovel's fine. Hovel gains some departing survivor benefits, which is good. We add Hovel, which means we're going to add Hovel consequences. And oh my goodness, there is a lot of them. Bloodline. Shadow dancing. family. Actually, that replaces family, doesn't it? I think we don't do family. I think we do bloodline instead, but I'll double check that. In the book, bed, lucid dreams. Man, we've got a fat deck. I said deck, by the way. Alright, so I think it says this at the start, that bloodline replaces family. Removed innovations, yeah. Language, lantern oven, family, and clan of death. Perfect. I was correct. So I think we'll try and kill one of our survivors by sending them up to the throne. If we roll a 10, we get a free innovation. So we're going to send up Bono again. Bono is going to head forth and probably die. Bono is retired. We'll send Bono up to the shrine. If he rolls a 10, we get a free innovation. No, he rolls a 3, which is dead, I'm pretty sure. So we get an endeavour back. Boop. Okay, I reckon we're just going to go for all auguries. So we have +2 to this roll. So we need a 6+ to trigger an intimacy. I just don't think we've got anything else we can do. We do have another seed pattern, I should say, because we triggered intimacy or understanding 4. Yeah. Cheers, Bono. The Shadow Scleaver. That one's interesting. Probably not achievable. And we'll keep that nearby because any babies are going to be drawing new ones because of their innate thing. Oh, we need to do an awake roll as well. All over the place, Deno. Get your shit together, son. Oof. That was a pretty ordinary roll, wasn't it? Getting Harvester on our first hunt event of the hunt. Who was it that got the 2? I think it was Freddie. Yep. So Freddie Mercury is rolling on the understanding during the settlement phase. Cool. And he rolls a 4, which is gain a permanent evasion and a random fighting art. So we'll randomize last man standing. Okay. And the noble surname. How very appropriate. Freddie Mercury. Noble. Okay, we're going to do some rolls. So on a 6+, we gain a baby. So first roll. That's 1 baby. I'm going to keep track of my babies here because I've got nothing else to do it for. Next one. No baby. That's archive resources gain and understanding. We will not. Next roll. Baby. It's 2 babies. Next roll. Ooh. Baby. 3 babies. Next roll. Baby. 4. 4 from 5's all right. No baby. No baby. Baby. So we've got 5 of 8. 5 babies. I should say 5 intimacy rolls on the table. Looking out my back door. So we will start with Brittany and Freddie as our two partners, I think. But we might be better off. Okay, so if we roll, oh, we have innovated hovel. So if we get a 10, we can get, oh, that'd be nice. Get Iridescent Hide back. Yeah, Electric Boogaloo and Rihanna maybe. No, let's do Electric Boogaloo and Jason Derulo. Electric Boogaloo and Jason Derulo. Jason Derulo. That's an 8 or a 7. We will choose a 7. So we get 2 dragon traits. So I'm going to make this one Prince. Prince is a male. Parents are Electric Boogaloo and Jason Derulo. So we're going to create Prince. So then Prince is going to get a Dragon's Inheritance and he's going to get a second one. So we can gain half of a parent's understanding or one of a parent's fighting arts and one parent's surname. So the fighting arts that Jason Derulo has, Otherworldly Luck, Unbreakable, Champion's Right. We're going to take Champion's Right, I think, for, who was it? Prince. Yep, so, yeah, so we'll take Champion's Right. And we can get half of a parent's understanding rounded down. And Derulo has 3, so that would be an extra 1. And Electric Boogaloo has 1, so that wouldn't be much chop. Would be good to get 2 courage though. So let's take 2 courage. So we're going to have 2 awake rolls. And we're going to have our one of these. After Death Brew. This is going to be a long settlement phase, but hopefully our settlement will be in good shape after it. So we'll do the awake rolls. So our courage roll, a lantern 10, gain a permanent accuracy and the unbreakable fighting art. Hey Gian, that's fine, doesn't really help us, would have preferred the middle roll. And then the understanding is a 6, that's good. A permanent evasion, a random fighting art, and the noble surname, Prince Noble. Salieri is actually, I think, might be dead. Yep, Salieri died. Sorry, mate. He was glorious for the short time he was with us. Okay, we have to draw our character card as well. This is going to be a very long settlement phase, so my apologies for that. Prince has the Uproarious. It's one of the new ones. So I'm going to write that here. Uproarious. Additional survival when you encourage all affected survivors again. Cool, that's a good one. I like that one. Good work, Prince. You are looking good. So how are we looking for this? Okay, so we've got Rust or Reaper. Reaper's actually very much on the cards. I think. Prince Noble, done. That's our first baby. Let's try again with our second baby. So that 2 is actually a 4, which is good. So we are going to take a new baby with a permanent strength. Names, whenever you're ready, friends, is absolutely great. And who was our other person? Electric Boogaloo. So we'll make this one a female. What about ABBA? History book on the shelf. Waterloo. So we will gain the misophonic. That's an impairment. Oh, that's okay. Bjork. There we go. That's a good one. Set survival to 0 if any survivor has noisy gear. Cool. She also has to do an awake roll on her understanding. She rolls an 8, which is champion's right and a permanent evasion. A Waterloo. Kate Bush is another excellent one, Jim. Cool. And nothing else to do for her. No, draw a seed pattern. Yarn Grieper. Okay, next baby, taking us down to, this is our third baby. What the heck is that? So we'll lifetime reroll that 1, and if we can get an 8 here, we're in exceptional shape. Go the blue dice. It's an 8. We got the, because we've got +2 on these 2 guys from the 2 otherworldly lucks. So whose thing do we want to get rid of? Electric Boogaloo's got nothing going on, and yeah, so we'll keep Jason Derulo his lifetime reroll. Electric Boogaloo has lost her reroll, but we've rolled a 10. Oh my god, MC Hammer is brilliant as well. Jim, you are on fire. All right, so we have this one here. Iridescent Hide. Come on! Tyrant is pleased. Jim Morris. Allison Jades is great as well. Cool. Okay, so this person, if a settlement is innovated, hovel, a favoured child is born. Roll 1d10. Okay, so this can be, yeah, this can be MC Hammer because that used to be my nickname. And we get Iridescent Hide. We're not going to be a Krabby. I desperately, desperately don't want this guy to get a bad one. And we're going to do his awake roll. His awake roll is a Lantern 10. So that's going to be a permanent evasion and champion's right. And then we'll flip his character card. Come on, Dano. I just remembered we also have to do their age milestone. The Magma. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, no, I like that. That's good. Okay, let's do MC Hammer's age roll. Yeah, he rolls an 8, which is another fighting art. So random fighting art. Tough, perfect. He's going to be tough. Can't touch him. Can you touch him? 4 and a 6 is a 10. That's a random fighting arts. Monster Claw. Very nice. ABBA. And Prince. Princey. Prince's age roll is an 11. So that's also a random fighting art. Thermoregulator. That's from the Screaming God. During the hunt phase, after you spend or lose survival, gain 2 survival. That is pretty cool, actually. So I think we've done everything now. So MC Hammer didn't get any dragon traits because we did this instead. So how's MC Hammer's little traits looking at? Okay, so Frozen Star and Reincarnated will be good. Okay, next baby roll. So that's going to be a 6. Okay, 2 dragon inheritances. Cool. So we'll go with Alice in Chains, I love. So good. So she gets 2, so we might take Otherworldly Luck with her for one of her dragon traits. And then her other dragon trait, I think we take 2 Courage. So let's roll her Awake roll. She rolls a 1 on Awake. So Courage is Intimacy. Add +1 to your roll result. Okay, so we're going to have another baby. So we'll put that, we're on 2 at the moment. So we'll put that up to 3. I told you this is going to be a long phase. Add +1 to your roll result. If possible, nominate yourself. Okay. And then our understanding roll is an 8. It's another evasion and another champion's right. Oh yeah, would have liked some noble surnames there. Cool. Yep. Milestone. That's a 12, so that's a random fighting arts. Ambidextrous. Interesting. Okay, so that was our 3rd survivor. We've got 2 to go because we have to do a roll now with Alice in Chains, and she gets +1 to this result. And because of Otherworldly Luck, that's actually a 10. So we've got another 10, which means we're going to do another If the settlement innovated hovel, another favoured child. It doesn't say you can only have 1. So we'll have another favoured child. Thank you very much. That is a 3, which is another iridescent hide. Okay, let's go. Let's go Kate Bush. Actually, let's go Bjork. Bjork's a funny name. Bjork. So this is Alice in Chains and Electric Boogaloo. So this person's gaining Iridescent Hide, and we're getting no Dragon Inheritances. Iridescent Hide. Character card we're drawing. The Clever. That's cool. I think we need to have 2 of these actually. So we got Grim Muffler and the Brave Dirndl. The Grim Muffler is actually one I might seriously consider now that I've got all these freaking instruments. And her Awake roll is a 4. So her Awake roll is Permanent Evasion, a random fighting art, and the Noble Surname. Parkour. So Bjork Noble. And then she'll roll her age milestone. She rolls an 8, which is a random fighting art. Defender. What an interesting character Bjork is. And we have Refined Lantern Axe. Cool. All right, our last baby for the day. That's a 1, so we are going to use a lifetime reroll. Into 2 8s. Who have we got? Tchaikovsky. So yeah, we'll use Rihanna. So it's actually going to be a 9. Rihanna and Jason Derulo. Tenacious D is a good one, Jim. Tenacious D is a very good one. And this one gains us 1 dragon inheritance. So let's take, I think we'll take the courage maybe. All right, so first of all, we have the bold roll. Bold roll's a 9. That is unbreakable and a permanent accuracy. And then we'll do that one. That's a 1, so that is gain 2 endeavors only I can spend. We might actually make some partners there. And then that's an 11, so that's a random fighting art. Tenacious D. Tenacious D's got natural healer. And random fighting art. Faded blow, that's good. Oops, burning ambition. Okay, so he's actually got, yeah, some interesting stuff. How are we looking on Bjork Noble? Okay, cool. Fun times. We'll do partnership. Tenacious D is going to become partners with Bjork. So let's do that. Hey, Destruction. Thank you, mate. All right, well, that was a long, long settlement phase to do a lot after having all of my survivors killed by the Harvester as our first hunt event for the age. Really enjoyed that. Okay, so who's departing? So I think we'll go out with Tenacious D and Bjork. And then we'll definitely go out with MC Hammer. And we'll take Drifter out. Cool. Okay, so Fated Blow is a very strong ability. So I cut them and resculpted them, mate. But if you cut them correctly, you don't actually have, like, if you snip them at the right angles, you don't actually have to sculpt anything. It's pretty easy. Boom, 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 boom. And then I used a heat gun to bend them so that they would then glue to the plinth. Boom, boom. Death Drifter can be teal. he's got a teal cloak. I painted him in a teal cloak. I'm trying to pump through this character deck so we can get the freaking legendary card, the holo. Absolutely, Jim. It's all instruments all the time, mate. All instruments all the time. What a great plan. So MC Hammer, we'll give him the naked club. Hang on, has he got iridescent hide? He does, so we want him to have at least 2. So we might put him in the rawhide survivor set. Tremendous. Bjork, do you have iridescent hide? You do, so we'll put you in the Regal Edge gear. Perfect. Tenacious D, you can be our bow guy. Strumming your whisker harp. Giggle, giggle, fliggle, giggle. Yeah, this is exactly what we're doing, Destruction. We're going completely off tap, and we're going for all instruments, every hunt, all 4 of them. Speaking of which, we did actually just unlock the Strain milestone, so that's fun. Which means we add the blind rocker and what have you to our vermin deck. The rocker. We unlocked the Strain milestone. So that's fun. I'm happy we did that. Alright, Drifter, your loadout is going to be Naked Club plus Death Drifter Cloak, which I need to add to our storage. He's wearing 2 cloaks. He does obviously gets cold, does our little Drifter. So what does that do for us? Not a lot, not a lot. After you roll 1d10 as a part of a Death Drifter knowledge or fighting art, you may change the roll result to a Lantern 10. Okay, cool. Okay, I think you can't have multiples of other gear, can you? So we can't have drag investment, so we might put that here. Death Drifter, rocking that 1 armor very powerfully. Tenacious D! There is actually 0 incentive to go for all instruments all the time. It's not a good plan. It's not a good plan. But I'm really actually angry that I can't go for Smoggos again because I've set everything up. That's just very annoying. But maybe we'll be fine. Alright, because we'll get them next. So do we go for, let's have a vote actually. Do we want to go for a Flower Knight? Or do I want to go for a level 2 White Lion? What do you think? Paul. You could be right. That's okay though. Flower Hunt. Flower Knight or White Lion. Flower Knight's probably the preferred option. But I've got to get all this stuff out. You could be right. Yeah, you could be right. Be good to get another blue there. On your Califax. I need to get the flower knight anyway. So yeah, if we get the flower knight, and this is part of my whole strategy with going for the instruments plan, there is some methodology. I'm not a complete lunatic. We can make this gear card. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. So we'll be singing the night away. Dance the night away. With our musical guys. All right, looks like we're doing flower night. Let's get him out. And good news, there's very unlikely that we'll get a second harvest of this hunt. He says confidently. Do we go a level 2? Yeah, we definitely go a level 2. He's just +1 damage, not +1 speed. Okay. He's toughness 8. 1, 2, 3. He's got 1 legendary card. He's got Razor Bulbs, Set Roots, and Bloom. Cool. Heart of the Woods. If you've actually never played this guy, he has a reputation of being very soft, and he is. But the level 3 is a real challenge. Level 3 Flower Knight absolutely sucks. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4. One of these two. One to 5. If everything goes to plan, we will only need to hunt this guy just one time. Just once. What did I turn on there? That's another view. That should be on another board. Cool. There you go. You can see part of the mystery. The behind the scenes. All right. I won't say I'm rattled, but that was not expected. That was not expected. Let's go hunt ourselves a flower knight. So we start here, and we are hunting him here. And oh fuck, if we get Bone Eaters again. But fortunately we dodge Overwhelming Darkness here because there is no Overwhelming Darkness. We do the Forest Gate. Okay, so our first one is this. A random event. 64, so very close to feet. Stone Fountain. Any survivor may consume and we will gain 1 courage. So I think we want everyone to go here because courage 9 is one of our triggers and we've got a few people gaining awake there. So let's do that. So we will all consume. Level 2 Flower Knight. Depart. Everyone gains courage. We have MC Hammer and Bjork are both achieving awake. So we'll do those rolls in a second. But first of all, Bjork. Bjork rolls a 2. She gains Hemophobia and 2 brain damage. Next person rolls a 7, which is... It's water. It's refreshing. Tenacious D. Hemophobia. Hemophobia is pretty minor in the grand scheme of things. Hello, Papa Convic. Whoop. And old Death Drifter, Driftery. Driftery rolls a 1. He's got some hemophobia too. Positive start. But we get to do an awake roll. So for Bjork, yep, so Bjork rolls a 2. Where have all the good rolls gone? So this is a hunt phase. So she is going to gain survival up to the settlement's survival limit. Come on, Bjork. Doesn't need that because she would have got it on arrival. And Tenacious D doesn't get it. Drifter doesn't get it. So yeah, just MC Hammer. MC rolls a 10, a permanent accuracy, and the unbreakable fighting art. We really would have liked the 4 to 5 result there. Salieri died, unfortunately. Papa Convic. Yeah, we would have liked reincarnated surname a lot. So be it. Okay, next hunt event is a random event. 33. I know, I was devastated too. It was such a good name. Such an appropriate name. It whispers your name. If the event revealer is insane. So this is Bjork. She is most definitely not insane. They gain an understanding. Cool. If any survivor has the marrow hunger impairment. Nobody has the marrow hunger impairment. Very good. Next one is Golden Dagger. All right, so this is Tenacious D. Tenacious D rolls 1d10. We'll trust the Parasite Queen dice. We've trusted them and they have not let us down. Gain 1d10 insanity. That's totally good result. We don't need that dagger. This is a normal run. No Ark survivors in this one. We're doing People of the Stars, so it doesn't really work until we get Starbound. So, yeah. But it's cool because as you know, it means we get to try my ooh. Have I just janked into 79? What's 79? Is that partnership? The one where we can... No, that's not Scribe's book. Okay, what's 79? That's Prospector. Trying small Prospector. If a settlement has graves, the event revealer gains an understanding. On your Drifter, so Death Drifter gains an understanding, and he gains 2 permanent evasion. I am also looking forward to it. And we gain a Portcullis key. Sure. I'll just remember it. It's fine. It's under other. Yeah. Someone drew a picture of it. How cool is that? Cool. So the forest wants what it wants. So we have to move this off. We don't need to do any more of these anyway. But we do this one, the forest gates. So we must test our gate. Bum, 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 test our gate. The Drifter doesn't trigger Awake. No, he doesn't do anything like that. It's an 8. Okay, so we need to get to 13 plus to get 1d5 insanity and an understanding. We definitely want to pump the understanding. He just gets 2 evasion. Does he have an event, does he? I didn't think he had an event. -1 accuracy tokens across the board, -1 strength tokens, because we do not need them. And then we would just need to get 1 person to archive a gear card from their gear grid. And I reckon we just get Drifter to archive a cloth. So, because we don't need the strength, I don't think. Actually, accuracy is probably a better one to go for. So we'll go -1 accuracy, -1 strength, -1 accuracy, and -1. He got 2 evasion. That didn't. Cool, cool, cool. So all survivors gain 1d5 insanity. All survivors gain 3 insanity. And gain 1 understanding. He does, yes. All the drifters, all the wanderers get different milestone upgrades because they're not really a part of the settlement, but they are kind of a part of the settlement. We shall return back to here, and we are now here, and this guy is here. So we're going to move to here. I have shuffled these. Candy is amazing. I love Candy. If you want to win a campaign, do Candy. Watched. Reduce all survivors' insanity to 0. Okay, that was nice. I'm glad we got that extra insanity just before. How annoying. Nothing else. Next one is Sticky Meadow. Each survivor with leg armor chooses to either gain a -1 movement token or reduce the armor at their leg location to 0. So that's with leg armor. So the only people who have leg armor is this guy, MC Hammer. So he'll gain a -1 movement token. I think. Yeah. Not wearing leg armor. Doesn't have the boots. Not wearing leg armor, not wearing leg armor. So we're fine. We make it to the hunt, to the showdown, I should say. So we're going to have a flower patch and a random terrain card to set up. So the flower patch is definitely one we want to get. I love Candy. Candy's great. Toppled pillar, rubbish. Really, really engaging to play with. Feels like a whole new campaign game in a way. But yeah, Candy and Aeneas are both very, very good. Evasion. Actually, I'm going to give him -1 strength. I don't want him to lose his evasion. That's silly stuff. There, and there. We will manage departing survivors. So we're going to apply arrival bonuses, which is also an insanity and a survival. So let's run through each of the survivors and make sure I haven't missed anything. So MC Hammer, in full rawhide set, he's got the energy drum. He's got his deadly lion beast katars. Perfect. His weapon proficiency will be katars. Bjork in white. So this can be Bjork, I think. So Bjork has got the dragon vestments. Perfect. Singing cap. All that gear. She's fine. We probably want her to be the target of attacks, actually. Defender. Iridescent hide. The clever. After everyone is placed, you may reposition yourself anywhere on the showdown board. That's nice. You got anything going on? The magma. What weapon have we given you? Katars. Nice. I have indeed, yeah. Those will be released in the legendary card pack so that I don't have to purchase them. But I think I probably would purchase them, particularly Dung Beetle Knight. It's my favourite expansion, so I probably would pick it up. Oh yeah, and I have met my destiny and just you away. Set roots, he has +1 damage for each survivor in this fairy ring. Target a random survivor outside the fairy ring. Razor bulbs. Whenever a survivor leaves the fairy ring, they gain a bleeding token. That's quite bad for us. We're probably going to want to try and punch through this guy's face as quick as possible. So, what is he doing? If there are no threats in the fairy ring, bloom. A random survivor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's the red guy. They are doomed. Gain a luck token. So here's a luck token. And are placed standing inside the closest free space inside the fairy ring. Cool, so he's going to move and attack the target. Pew pew. So this is a 3-speed attack, and this is going to be 2 damage a swing. So our evasion on Tenacious D is 1. So that's 3 hits. And those 3 hits are 2 damage apiece. And that is on the head, and the body. So the head will dodge. And that's it. No bleeding tokens. Cool. We did suffer light, heavy, or severe. Interesting question, mate. Yeah, I would like to see some more Wanderers. I like Monday from the Nucleote thing. I like all the girls from the Screaming God thing. But probably someone like Aya. Just give me more Aya. In and around my mouth. Cool, Venomous Sting is done. We do not gain bleeding tokens. So, who has that Encourage buff? I don't think it's anyone I brought. So, MC Hammer's going to encourage to stand up the... Very good. So now I'm going to do that survivor for the start of their act. So at the start of their act, this is Tenacious D, using Natural Healer, we're going to fully heal our head location. Not a great ROI, but so be it. And we will shoot our catgut bow with Tenacious D, so he's not going to move. He's going to shoot the catgut bow. It's going to be speed 2. Okay, so if there is a wound reaction, oh yeah, there's a wound reaction. So we're wounding on a 2+, and we're critting on a 7, I think. That's a Lantern 10 anyway, so let's do that. Sorry, and we'll go Fated Blow for this one. So we get Devastating 1. We haven't earned a proficiency point yet, but this guy will be with bow. And this guy will be with sword. Excellent. So yeah, so that's a the fairy. If the Flower Knight is inside the fairy ring, it gains a -1 toughness token. Okay, so he's down to toughness 7, which is the same as level 1 Smoggos. And the attacker gains a +1 luck token and a random flower resource. So that is 2 luck now. So classic moves from Tenacious D. Another luck token. And he's also got +1 luck from his luck. Perfect. 2 wounds, 1, 2. Can't move, Tenacious D. So he will stay right where he is. We can surge, however, and we could surge with the... Oh, actually, if we do it in a slightly different way, we can shoot the bow as well. We'll shoot the bow, 2 speed. Oh, he's got a -1 evasion token now as well. I'm having a good time here. Having a good time. Okay, so that's 2 hits. That's a wound reaction. Oh, trap! Place the attacker in front of the monster. They gain a +1 luck token. Cool, man. That's 4 luck. Each of the other survivors is grasped by the roots and pulled in unless they spend 1 survival. Place them 5 spaces closer to the guy. We'll do that. So 1 survival from Bjork, 1 survival from MC Hammer, and 1 survival from Drifter. So is he placed in the center? Yep. And this guy gets pulled in. Perfect. Basic action. What is the basic action of this Flower Knight? 3 speed, hitting on a 2+. So that's 3 hits, 2 damage apiece. Can't dodge. We get hands, and waist on Tenacious D. So hands, which triggers a severe injury. So the severe injury roll, we have Unbreakable, we can re-roll. First thing we get is a 3, which on the hands is gain 2 bleeding tokens. We'll take that. We won't re-roll it. We're knocked down because of hemophobia. And now we roll a 9 to see if we get a Parasite Queen. No, we do not. Because he's got hemophobia. And Bjork is knocked down because she's got hemophobia. So the only person who can encourage is MC Hammer, and he's knocked down, or he's already encouraged. So that's a great first round from everyone on our team. I guess we'll just go harvest a flower resource with him. What's he got? He's got the guitars. Sure, we'll harvest a flower patch. It's a 3. Gain a luck token and a random flower resource. Oh, I had another flower resource before. Osseous Bloom, followed by a Lantern Bloom. How many Lantern Buds are there? One. Okay, so we need the Lantern Bud. Yep, okay, that's unfortunate. All right, that's our turn over. What are we doing? We're doing Salute, the closest threat in facing. Nope, the closest threat in range. What speed is this guy? I think he's 7. Yep, 7. So we'll definitely be in range, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So we'll do that. So he goes to hit 5. So that's 3 hits. At least we've got plenty more armor here. Body, boots. We'll spend a survival to dodge the second body. 1, 2. 1, 2. And survival reroll is a 6, so we gain the survival back from Rawhide, which is good. Champion's right, tough, unbreakable. Cool. So that's the end of his turn. Oh yeah, and if we do not suffer any severe head injuries, we take 2 brain damage, which we will. Bono has died, mate. Yeah, he went up to the throne and got torn apart by the. So we're actually on to Lantern Year 6 now, fighting a Flower Knight. Glorious stuff. So I reckon we'll do our Qatar attack. So this is MC Hammer. So MC Hammer's going to have his turn. He's going to swing with his Qatar. There's a -1 evasion token. It's 3 speed. 2 hits, including a perfect hit, which doesn't do anything. That is a retreating feint and a hypnotic deflection. Both of these are parries, but we are critting on, I think it's 6s, maybe. We'll do this parry first, this one that gives us 2 insanity if we fail. So we do fail, we gain 2 insanity, that's nice. And then we may do a breakthrough. Breakthrough, so that is a wound, which means we'll mark off our Qatar proficiency points. For a brief instant, the weakness is found in the Flower Knight's seemingly impenetrable defenses. If the settlement has invaded drums, we have... The rhythm of battle is maddening! All survivors gain 2 insanity, seizing the moment the attacker attempts to break through. And we add our luck to the results. So we are quite high on luck here. So that is going to be a +1 survival and a +1 life right now. How glorious. I want to break through. We'll surge with MC Hammer. Does he get his survival back? He does. He will swing with the Lion Beast Qatar with his Magma. That's only 1 hit, which is a shame. It's another parry location. We do critical, so we do another breakthrough. So we do the wound. We do the breakthrough roll again. We roll 7. We add our luck, so that is a 10. You gain the Fencing Secret Fighting Art. So I think we'll ditch Champion's Right and take Secret Fighting Art Fencing. Cool. MC Hammer. Boo 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 doo boo doo boo 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 boo. Boo doo 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 doo. Let's do the bow guy. We'll do the catgut bow guy. So we have surged, and that is Tenacious D with the catgut bow. Has used his Fated Blow. Has used his healer. So yeah, we'll do 2 shots. 2 hits, because very good. He's got 3 luck as well. That's an impervious hit location. And a retreating feint. Excellent. Let's do the retreating feint to do the breakthrough roll. That's a 1, but it actually goes to a 5. So we can. Oh, we don't critical. We didn't have to move him. If I did that better, yeah. Okay. So Drifter's going to go to here, and Drifter will swing with the Scrap Sword. 2 speed. 1 hit. Drifter's got no luck. There is a reflex. Drifter rolls a wound. If we have any stinky gear in our gear grid, we do. So we won't do anything else with the Drifter. So just Bjork, and probably Fist and Tooth with Bjork. Is it? Yeah, definitely. She's got a luck token. This guy's down to toughness 7, so yeah, Bjork will go swing with Fist and Tooth. 1 hit. Oh, there's a failure. We might suffer bash. Sure. That is a fail. And we have nothing else that we can do about that. So we suffer bash, and the Flower Knight moves back towards the center of the board, which is good, because it now means we can surge with Tenacious D and all of his luck tokens with Fist and Tooth. So we'll do that. 2 speed, 1, just 1 hit. Ah, that accuracy has been punishing. I should really just take -1 strength tokens. Yeah, all right, it's 2 hits. Because you don't need them in this fight. 2 hits. I actually love the Flower Knight. The only downside of the Flower Knight is whatever the overall like plan for this doesn't quite. You get so much luck that it just often works. Yeah, so we're critting on 3s. So that's a critical. We gain a survival and a random flower resource. And he gains a -1 accuracy token. And then this one is another critical, but he doesn't gain a -1 speed token, and there's no flower resource for that. So that is 2 more wounds. 1, 2. Faded blow. Yeah, perfect. All right, that'll be our turn. So we'll let the Flower Knight have a dance. Moulinet. When this comes into play, draw AI. If a survivor's attack has no perfect hits, the monster lightly repels the strike and circles its blade in a counter flourish. Discard this mood when the monster is wounded. I think we in the fairy ring, none. Closest threat in range. It's still the same guy. Target suffers 1 brain damage. We could. So that one misses, and those 2 hit. The locations are the body and the body. So we'll spend a survival to dodge 1. That knocks us down, and that now triggers a severe injury roll. Oh, actually, I could have done a surge to throw the founding stone with Drifter. Drifter can't surge. Why have I got the founding stone on him? What an idiot. All right, I can't do that. So yeah, severe injury roll. It's a 2, but Tenacious D has Unbreakable. So we will re-roll that and gain a disorder into a 6. So severe injury roll on the body is a 6. So that's going to knock everyone down that isn't the chick with hemophobia. And then we disembowel. Use your natural healer again, mate. So that's fine. So everyone else is knocked down, but we'll do a chain reaction of survival there to stand everyone up. So Bjork will stand up Drifter, and MC will stand up with an encourage, gains his survival back. So encouraged. We'll actually do Tenacious D's encouraged. Yeah, perfect. All right, so everyone's standing up. That's the end of our turn. Drifter will go. Drifter will fling a stone. We gain a luck token and a random flower resource. That's going to get rid of that mood, so we don't have to worry about that. We do a wound. We clear the mood. We'll shoot the bow. We hit once. We critical, gain a random flower resource and a luck token. Sighing Bloom. Then we'll Fist and Tooth. So we're now critting on 2s, I think. Fist and Tooth. 4s are hits because of the -1 evasion and the rear. So there's a parry there. And okay, so the parry roll we'll do first. We're critting on a 3. So that's a critical. It does a wound. We'll do our breakthrough roll. We roll 6, so we gain fencing and all survivors gain a survival. Tenacious D. And this one, we need a wound. We roll 3, so we do not wound because we are not high enough strength. That's perfect. Tenacious D and Drifter are done. So Bjork, oh yeah, and Tenacious D gains fencing. Boop. MC Hammer. I think we probably go in with the guitar and try and finish this off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Blind spots. 3 speed. It's -1 evasion from the thing. That's 3 hits. All right, this could finish it off if we don't draw the trap. 1, 2. Okay, so we'll do that. Fencing 1 first. We're critting on 5s, I think. That's a 6. So that's a critical. We do have fencing, so we ignore that anyway. All survivors and the monsters facing suffer monster level brain damage. We'll do that one next. That's a wound. And now we just need to get the last wound and we are home. Hey, Zwex. So this is on a strength 1 rawhide. It's on a 3. That's a 1. So we failed to wound. It's going to trigger a trap. I'm sure of it. I just want a one dice attempt. Yeah, we need to get the. We're probably 1 resource short to guarantee it. So we'll see if we get it. There's 1 specific resource we need. What's the best way to do this? Surge with the guitar, I think. 3 hits. No, 2 hits. Well, the trap needs to be on the bottom. Nope, there's only 2 cards left. So we are... Knowing there's 2 cards left, I'll actually swing with Fist and Tooth. And bottom decked trap, baby. Cool. 2 is not a critical. Reflex. We gain a -1 movement. Things. So she'll go into the fairy ring. And she'll swing with the regal edge. She hits. Oh, what a surprise. It's the trap. The attacker gains a -1 luck token, or +1 luck token, I should say. Everyone's pulled towards the guy. Basic action targeting the attacker. Hey, Bailiwick. Swift, it's insanity. It is a good thing. Insanity, yeah. It's basically brain protection, protecting you from brain trauma. It's tremendous, and it is. There are situations where you can get stuff where insanity is even better. There's a couple of disorders that make insanity very powerful, but there is so many interlocking mechanisms in this game. You know, it's outrageous. I mean, look at all the stuff that's on this page. There's 3 pages of this. There's their main page. Here's their other rules, which is other stats. Here's their gear grid. There's information up here that you can use. Like parents, actually, like who your parents are, can occasionally come into play. So there's all of these crazy little things that happen throughout the game, and then as you're playing, the story unfolds as well. So it's good. Okay, 3-speed attack from the Flower Knight on our chick who's got lots and lots of armor. So one of those hits, we've got 2 evasion, one of them misses. Because of our singing cap, we ignore one of those hits. So we hit once, does that damage to the body, which is now 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. She hits, she wounds on a 2+-ish. She criticals. Random flower reason. Okay, so we have defeated the Flower Knight, level 2. Well done, team. It's a good hunt. And as a result, we are going to gain sense memory and 6 flower resources. I think, yeah, we are 2 flower resources short of getting the cello. I'm going to deal myself out. I'll guarantee getting the cello. We need to see Lantern Bud. There is 1 of them in the deck, and I'm flipping 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 6, we got it. All right, that's great. I feel good. 4 basic. Oh yeah, if any Sea Fibers have that, no we don't. So we gain the Flower Knight badge, which is actually quite a good one. It's +1 evasion, I think. Yep, very good. And we add Petal Spiral, the innovation, to our Settlements innovation deck. Very good. Petal Spiral is very good for sword proficiency gains, and sword proficiency is not bad. Especially good, actually, when we are looking for a weapon mastery to trigger the Storm constellation. No, just the tactics from this one. Yeah, weapon mastery, Fated Blow, 3+ strength is all very doable, especially when... Does MC Hammer have... No, he doesn't, but we could give him the Dragon Vestments to gain Fated Blow. Yeah, okay, that's nice. So MC Hammer got a Katar, Bjork Noble got a sword, Tenacious D got a bow, and Drifter didn't have a weapon proficiency as yet. So we'll complete the showdown. Everyone gets 3, very good. We'll advance the year in return. 20 survivors is nice. We have an Acid Storm this year. 5 endeavours, it should be 6. No, because one of our people's missing, that's right. And 4 basic resources. Monster Hide, desperately needing hide. Monster Bone, perfect bone, Monster Hide. Alright, that's better than... ZWEX, we rolled Harvester last Lantern in the last hunt. The Smoggos decided that their singing would bring the Harvester nearby, and we lost all 4 of our survivors because they're all carrying instruments because they're absolute numpties. In the good news though, we unlocked the strain. 1 to 5. So we're going to rip from this one. So I'll flip it again. 1 to 5. So we're going to do this one, and I'm going to count down to number 7. I did have instruments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have an acid storm. How delightful. We can only ever have that once. Cool. Lantern 10. Add a scrap to the settlement storage. I guess we'll do it a second time. Add a scrap to the settlement storage. 2 scraps. Yep, I got the strain. Mate, it's a very, very, very cool game. I mean, if you like the modelling side of it, there's no game that compares. The figures are absolutely sublime. But the game itself is it's like very reminiscent of a computer game. I don't play computer games. I don't know why, they just don't jive with me. But this settlement management, building up your population, you know, working on training your survivors to gain. So you haven't even seen it yet, but when you get a survivor that gains 3 levels of weapon proficiency in a weapon, they gain a weapon specialization. So have I got one? Yeah, here we go. So Britney Spears has got Qatar specialization. So she gains this ability anytime she wields a Qatar. But what's even cooler is if you manage to get all the way up to weapon mastery, which is 8 levels, then everyone in the settlement gains that proficiency because she trains everyone else in the settlement. So all of a sudden, what you're trying to do is focus on building up these weapon proficiencies on all of your survivors, so your whole settlement levels up and becomes more powerful because they all have access to all of these abilities. It's crazy. It's crazy cool. All right, we've got to do Drifter's thing. So MC Hammer nothing, Bjork Noble nothing, Tenacious D nothing. Death Drifter has to do his level up. Okay, so Death Drifter has got Hyperlight, the knowledge Hyperlight. Perfect. His tenet knowledge is Chain Dash. He is afflicted. At the end of your act, if you do not dash, you are knocked down and gain a bleeding token. Roll 1d10. We roll a Lantern 10. Death Drifter gains 2 + 1 luck and skips the next hunt. Hey, Cyberdyne. Well, you've got 6 more episodes of extreme magnificence to enjoy. I hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed painting and being a part of the show. It was really cool. I loved it. I actually got to catch up with Emile and Lucas last night. We recorded a little interview that will probably come out sometime next week. So it was nice to see them again, actually. Felt like a long time. We had a good chat. And I asked about the board game as well. Okay, basic resources. We have a monster hide, a perfect bone, a monster hide, and a monster bone. Flower resources. We have osseous, lantern bud, lantern bloom, sighing bloom, osseous bloom, sighing bloom, warbling bloom, sighing bloom, warbling bloom, osseous bloom, lantern bloom, osseous bloom. Deno by Deno. I've really got to get back into that. It's really something I should get back into. I've tried, so my whole life I've just been like, yeah, I'm just going to try and do cool stuff, right? I'm sure everyone thinks the same way. And no, you're okay, mate. I'm happy to talk about Mini Masters anytime you want. So it's been really cool as I've gotten older that I've actually been able to do cool stuff, you know. But one of the things on my bucket list is to publish and produce a game. I've actually got a few game design credits already, but I haven't ever published a game off my own bat. And I just think that'd be fun to do. a cool way to, yeah, just something really cool. I think it'd be awesome. But we'll see. I've done a lot of play testing and of games, and I've done a lot of theoretical game design. And yeah, I was listed as game developer, game designer in a game, so please ask away. Organ, bone, hide for our innovate. Ammonia, pretty good. Bed. Bed actually helps Miles Davis. Smelting. So the show made out like I'd never seen snow before. I had seen snow before. Earlier in the trip, there was snow on the ground. I've just never seen falling snow. And I have been to Europe a number of times, and during winter. So I've definitely seen snow on the ground, but that is genuinely the first time I can remember ever seeing falling snow. I've never seen falling snow that any time that I can recall. So that was a cool experience. Who was the person that voted for me? It was Josh. Josh voted for me. Josh and I have a similar style of painting, and I think he loves big high contrast stuff like what I do. So that was the one. What a lot of people said to me, hey Mohammed, a lot of people said to me that they were basically tossing up between my piece and one of the other two. They were like, it's either Deno or this one. And in the end, most people went the other way. So most people being 8 of the 9 judges. But Emil felt really bad. He came up to me afterwards and he's like, man, so many people loved your piece and I felt bad you only got 1 vote. And I said, you don't have to feel bad, mate. I've got to spend one of the coolest experiences of my life here with all these people. 2 very, very special weeks. So, and I can also tell you that you don't have to feel bad. Not at all. It's wild because people that haven't left Brisbane will never experience snow. People have never left Queensland. Like, I bet you haven't had a cyclone before. We've had a number of cyclones and other, all sorts of stuff. We've had 4 floods in the last 15 years in Brisbane, like quite bad floods. So we get the opposite end of the spectrum. Yeah. So the fact that we haven't seen snow, that's okay. It's pretty cool. Flower Night gear is what I'm looking for. Flower Night badge. Yeah, and this blind judging nonsense, as if you can't tell exactly who did what. Ridiculous behaviour. Okay, let's do a sense memory. So we're going to go over here. So we get this for free. So we can craft any of these things. The Vespertine cello is a lantern bud and 2 flowers. So we're going to craft that. And that's done. So the Vespertine arrow is fine, I think. It's deadly 4. So that's actually not too bad. If your attack misses, place a flower patch. It's 2 speed. Deadly 4, 2 speed's actually not bad at all. What does that cost to make? 1 flower. Yeah, I'll have a dip at that. Sure. It does, yeah. And now the real question, do we Vespertine bow it up? Necrotox, I've got population out the wazoo. So yeah, we will. It's just a better bow because it's deadly. Done. How many resources have I got left, Flower Knight? I've got 2 warbling blooms. Cool. Sorry, Gian. Northern Sweden is a very, very lovely and cold place. Necrotoxic mistletoe. 1, 2, 3, 4. We really need to get a statue, I'm pretty sure, for that. Sculpture. Yeah. That's a little way off, I think. G'day, Kenneth Karnkez Kinkle. This is called Kingdom Death Monster, mate. Alright. I'm happy with those decisions. Happy with those decisions. What else can we do? We're going for Smoggos next year. That won't be tonight. We're gonna tap out there. That harvester runs upset me. And we do need to decide Nightmare Training or Ammonia. Ammonia gets us leather and +1, but Nightmare Training could be very, very good for getting weapon proficiencies. Bed also gains us the ability to clear that broken rib. So we've got the Tyrant level 2 in Lantern Year 9. We're going to go Sunstalkers very soon after this. So, are we going Sunstalker straight away? Maybe. So I really just need to get the full set here of this from the Smog Singers this year. Valkar, I've played a full campaign of Oathsworn on the channel, and I've done a painting series on how to paint Oathsworn. Yeah, Ammonia probably feels like the safest choice. Departing Survivors, gaining a survival is nice. Nightmare Training, I think it's just a little bit too early to go for it because we just don't have big enough wells of survival to push a lot through. But Bed gains a survival limit buff, and we can clear the broken rib. And Miles Davis actually has a broken rib, and he's actually not a bad survivor aside from his broken rib. Did I kill Miles Davis? Miles Davis died on the hunt. Okay, then it's definitely Ammonia. Cool, Ammonia. Yeah, I'll pass you the link, mate. It's excellent. I did a great job. Truly, I did a glorious job. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say, I was going to do a little party. Woo! We hit 10,000 subscribers on the Big Deno channel. Isn't that cool? $10,000 subscribers. Crazy. All right, so it's a playlist and it's called Painting Oathsworn. I've got a lot of playlists on here, so we're going to slide through them all. Hello, Wired Destro. Hello from Australia to you, person from Canada. Painting Oathsworn, here it is. Get shareable link. Here you go. This is my excellent. Yeah, so in the last, it's quite funny actually. I got pretty minimal things, but after the last episode, I mentioned that I had a YouTube channel at the end of the show. We picked up like 2,000 in the last week, so that's fun. I'm sure most of those people are going to be very disappointed because I don't do a lot of painting. I do a lot of toy soldier games and a lot of stuff. I do a little bit of painting, I guess, but not as much as I'm sure most people would want to see from me. But that's okay. You've got to know where your passion lies. and I feel pretty comfortable that I know where my passion lies. And it's not chasing money or anything like that. I'm just here to have a wonderful time. Bloodletting's good. Yeah, painting videos. I do painting videos. Like I stream painting, but I haven't done a dedicated video in a while. I do have a couple in the pipeline though, so we'll have some at some point. I need to use these two hides. I need to use these two hides from our flower storage. Kingdom Death manages to skirt the line of both. We get to do both. Okay, what can I use those hides for? What do I want to craft? I don't think I've got a lot to craft. Oh, hang on. Could I go for the leather worker? That's 3 hide and an organ. I've got 3 hide and an organ. 1 hide. 1, 2. And then the 1 organ, I think it's a perfect organ. Yeah, that's okay. I'm happy to make that trade. So that's 1 endeavor, and we add the leather worker. That's nice. We can now craft leather because we have ammonia. We don't have any hide to do it with, so that's a shame. Awesome. We'll do it. We'll send one of our nuffies up to the throne and see if we can roll a 10. Jank roll a 10. Oh, it's a 6. We do get +1 on that, so that's a 7, which is remove all the survivor's permanent waste injuries. We don't have any permanent waste injuries, so that's fine. Let's make some more partners, I think, with our last 2. Can't do drums. Oh, I didn't use my synchronized strike once. What an idiot. I do have a lump of Atnus somewhere, but I can't find it. I haven't been, it's not in my basic resource deck. I haven't been able to find it for ages, but I'm sure I've got the card. We'll just do partnership between let me answer that because that's a good question, I think. Let's do MC Hammer can become partners with Prince. So I don't do OSL on my Kingdom Death models. And I don't for a very specific reason. I made a choice early on not to do it. Who was I doing it with? Prince Noble, yeah. So I did a painting class with a guy named Roman Gruber, and it was on atmosphere and light and color, and it was a really great class. I haven't seen him for a while. He's a Russian painter. He hasn't posted much recently, but he's awesome. So he basically had this photo that he showed in the class of him holding up a lighter, and he got his missus to take a photo of him holding the lighter in the dark room, and you got to see all of this cool stuff on his face. He then took a photo of the lighter outside in the sunlight, and there was no reflection, right? So the reality of painting OSL is that if you have a strong general lighting elsewhere on the model, then OSL should not exist on the figure. You can break that rule with like magic or with, you know, super strong light or whatever, but you either have to go all OSL or no OSL. That's kind of how I was thinking about it at the time. And so I made the choice early on when I painted my first survivors that I was not going to do OSL, and I've carried that through my whole collection. And I think it's good. I think it means I get to paint the models a little bit more focused on, you know, on the actual models, the details of the model, and do some nice stuff. Having said that, though, I have done a few of them with some subtle OSL. These ones are the Parasite Queen girls, whatever they're called. So the way I'm justifying that in my head is this is like a magical special lantern. What are these guys called again? Can't remember. But yeah, so I do it in some specific circumstances, just not a lot. All right. Well, we've got some interesting gear to put out now and some interesting survivors to play with. I have got a lot to think about. So we're gonna he's beautiful, she's beautiful, maybe it's a she, but yeah, I think we'll stick with the Smoggos because I really want to get the full Smog set, and they've got a lot of Indom resources, so we can play with some cool Indom weapons because pretty much all of the Smoggo Indom resources are instrument weapons. The Drum of Hope, Curse Hammer is not, Sax is, Thumping Timpani is, and the Discordian are. So 4 of the 6 are instruments. So that'll be fun to use those. And then we've also got the harmonica from the level 3 White Lion. All right, we've got some good survivors now. So I think we go out with Brittany and with, who's Brittany's partner? Brittany's partner is Freddie Mercury, so we'll go out with Brittany. Oh yeah, you need a shit ton of bits of paper if you're doing this on the table. Drifter can't, he's got to skip the next hunt. So yeah, we'll go Prince and we'll go MC Hammer. Okay, so Prince, so where's my drum? So this rawhide drum, it says, when you perform Encourage, all non-deaf survivors are affected, right? That ability is fine. However, the person that we've just taken out on this hunt, Prince Noble, has this new character card, which is called Uproarious. Hello, Ravensire. It goes well. And here is Uproarious. So this says, you may spend an additional 1 survivor when you encourage. If you do, affected survivors gain +2 strength tokens. So everyone is affected by the encourage from the rawhide drum. So everyone on the table is going to get +2 strength tokens when we encourage. That is a neat little combo. And this is one of the reasons why I was keen to try instruments, because I think there's something there that, in the words of Beauty and the Beast, there's something there that wasn't there before. They give you like 25 or 30 survivors in the box, maybe more. There's a shit ton. I think my record is 100 survivors. I think I did a campaign with Collective Toil and Protect the Young where I got up to 100 survivors, and I just stopped at that point because it just became crazy. Workshop materials. Most printers these days have a record. I was printing out my my latest print and play the other day, and I looked on the list of all the files that I'd printed, and it was like, yeah, A4 gameplay, card tokens, blah blah blah. I was like, shit, I hope no one's watching that at work. How good's Hadrian's Wall, by the way, Wide Destro? Have you tried the Anarchy? It's right behind me. You can't see it in that shot, but I've got Hadrian's Wall and the Anarchy right there, and I really should pull out the Anarchy and play another campaign. Freddie Mercury. All right, MC Hammer. We can touch this, mate. You can be in purple. Britney Spears. Okay, so Britney has got Rhythm Chaser and Spec Guitar. So we'll probably keep her in this grid, and she's got the Sleeping Virus Flower now. Yep, so that's cool. So the person who has Uproarious is Prince, is that right? Yep, so we want Prince to have the drum. Prince does not have a weapon proficiency yet. So what do we think? Yeah, we'll go sword, and we'll give Prince this set. So Prince is in white, and Prince will go for this, but Prince doesn't have Iridescent Hide, and MC Hammer does have Iridescent Hide. So maybe we give him this. I'm going to put the drum elsewhere. Anarchy is exceptional. It's basically like the spiritual successor to Hadrian's Wall, and it adds a castle defense component. It's glorious. Absolutely glorious. All right, so let's go for... So yeah, so if we'll just work on this one first. So we definitely want a luck. This guy's got a bonus speed, so Regal Edge is actually glorious on him. Yeah, that's a good call. What's his weapon proficiency? Guitar. Really only need one guitar spec, and she should get there pretty quickly. So I think we will switch him to sword, because that is a good sword for someone with a +1 speed. So we've got the cap online, but we don't want the drum there. Drag investments. What about Whisker Harp here? Does that fit? It's fine. It's fine. Good enough. So that means over here we can go Vespertine Bow, and we can ditch the Catgut Bow. That is exactly what it is. We can ditch the Bone Blade. We do want to keep the Flower Knight badge, because that's just a straight up evasion, which is good. All right. Good to see you, mate. Not that I saw you, but good to speak to you. Yeah, have a fantastic sleep. So Prince, we want to give Prince the bow and the drum. Hit me, Zwex. I'm excited. Wally. What would you like to know about Wally? It did, yeah. They didn't have time for it. I did get asked about it in an episode or two. I've got the cello too. Oh, that's good actually. That's good. We can do this. Ooh, this has got some potential. I don't reckon we need the luck charm down here on the Regal Edge. We don't need luck on everyone. Sort of. So this might work better. What's your question, mate? Did she take it? You'll have to wait till tomorrow to find out, mate. Used our founding stone. All will be revealed on tomorrow's episode of Big Deno, talking about toys. I bring enough natural luck with me, mate, so. Okay, so this guitar chick is wild. So this is Brittany. It's Brittany bitch. Strength 3, amazing. What's her dragon traits looking like? Not much good there. Cool. So she starts with an evasion token because she's got Rhythm Chaser. We do have an instrument in our gear grid. We don't have heavy gear, so we're fine. Everything's good on her. So that's her loadout. And she's got an extra luck. And she's got 2 survival when she departs. And she's got an evasion. It's actually 2 evasion because she's got Rhythm Chaser. Perfect. Okay, so she's good. Otherworldly luck, that's great. Partnership's great. Def is great. MC Hammer in purple. Yeah, I pulled the Stone Record card on someone good, and they died. Boo. We got a lot of hit location ignoring stuff. Alright, so this guy's got tough, he's got unbreakable, and he's got fencing. Poof. Pretty good. Bono got... Was it Bono who got it? Yeah, it could have been Bono, actually. Okay, so if we go the pantaloons like so, then we can actually do a little bit of this action. And get that. So we could still trigger the luck charm, should we wish to, if we wanted to make a 4th luck charm. So we've got our musical instrument. We've got our musical instrument. Where's my cello going, actually? Where is my Vespertine cello at? Here. Okay. Yeah, that's a good spot for that. So we can get rid of the ham fluter from there. Drum, cello, harp, drum. He was a dickhead, eh? So we'll just keep the ham fluter for Death Drifter. That's fine. That's fine. So we need 2 reds. 2 reds is not going to happen at this point in time to get deadly, much as it would be nice. We definitely want to have a cloth there if we can. No harm in that. Okay, so MC Hammer is actually this guy, Freddie Mercury. What are you doing, Freddie? You got champions, right? You got synchro. Okay, so we definitely want to give you a decent weapon. Synchronized strike is your attack gains +1 accuracy and +1 strength. We have Forbidden Dance, so we re-roll missed attack rolls once. That's cool. And then there's some more bonuses that we get when we have Band. So Band gets us, you may spend 1 survival to ignore a wound attempt roll that fails. Man, that is good. Volcar, I haven't played Horizon Zero Dawn. No. Is it good? Do you recommend it? So Vespertine Bow we can surge with, which is great. We want to give that to someone who has a high strength. So Freddie Mercury is club proficiency. Prince Noble will actually give you the bow proficiency. Cool. And Freddie Mercury can stick with the club. That's going to be Freddie, so we will give the hand fluter back here. I don't have a red up. How can I get a red up? Red down, I should say. Don't have one. Yeah, this is called People of the Stars, and it's from the Dragon King box. The Dragon King campaign. Okay, I think we're good. So we'll go here. Okay, so we'll go a luck charm there. That can be bandages. Hand fluter. We clear that. And that becomes the cello. I haven't heard too much about it, so it might be okay. Let me just figure out if there's any way I can get a red. I don't think there is. At the start of the showdown, all other survivors with an instrument in their gear grid gain a luck token. That is fucking awesome. So he's got a luck. Alright, so Freddie Mercury has Champion's Right, can add his Understanding. He's Understanding 4. He's got Synchro, so he's getting +1 accuracy, +1 strength. And he can reroll missed attack rolls once. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, he's all set. He's getting no armor. On you, Freddie. Just raw dog it. Oh, ZWEX, I just can't wait for any new content for this game, mate. Everything about it's going to be great. There's nothing that comes out that doesn't just absolutely rustle my jimmies to play more of this glorious game. Okay, Rawhide Drum Cloth, Flower Knight Badge, Dragon Vestments, Vespertine, Arrow, Clawhead, Lucky Charm. That comes with a luck. And that is pretty good. I'll have to check out your channel, Vulcar. Please share your link in the chat if you would like. You should be able to. You might not be able to, actually. I think that might be a YouTube thing. You can do it on my Twitch, no problems, but... Alright, what are we looking for you? Pristine and 9 courage. What's your courage? Okay, 4. That's good. Thermoregulator is very interesting. And this is Uproarious with the Rawhide Drum. So that's great. So they're our encourager. Cool. Prince Noble. I like it. Freddie Mercury Noble done. This guy. So let's swing this around. Up here, over here, over here, up here, up here. Yeah, so if you've never played the game, I would say maybe just go for the core box. It's a big investment of time. Big investment of time. Yeah, put it in the comments after stream, Barker. That'd be great. Big investment of time. Assembling the models, painting the models, playing the game. And I would hate to recommend you spending, probably something about $500 US for something that you might not like. So the core game usually goes down to about 300 on Black Friday. That's a pretty good price. I recommend it. Maybe we actually give the drag investments to someone else. Yeah. And you've got so much game in that core box, it's crazy. So I don't think you need to do that. Perfect. Having said that, a lot of people are like me, which is just balls deep all the time. I support that option. So, yeah. And this is the thing. There are many people who have everything for this game who have played very little of this game. I am not one of those people. I have played with everything. And I am very, very happy about that fact. So, yeah. But if you were going to, the expansions I would recommend are Frog Dog, Pariah, and Red Witches are 3 that I would recommend as your next purchases. They're a low-cost option. The Gambler's Chest is also very, very, very good. Value for money and expansion of the game, it's incredible, but it's also another $400. So I really struggle to recommend that to someone who doesn't know that they love the game. But if you were going to pick one expansion, I would pick Frog Dog. I think that's a fantastic expansion that will open up a lot of stuff in the game for you, and you can then decide if you like it anymore. Frog Dog's quite low cost too, and you get to play with it a lot because it's a Node 1 monster, so you do face it very frequently, even if you don't play the campaign a massive amount. Okay, I think I like my Survivors gear grids now. So yeah, let's just go through it. This is awesome. So this guy's got the Uproarious. So when they encourage, all survivors gain it. And all survivors gain 2 strength tokens. Sick. That is sick. We've got the Vespertine Arrow, which is deadly 4. We've got the Vespertine Bow, which is deadly by itself. We've got the Clawhead Arrow. So our luck is going to start at 9, 8, 7. So we're critting on 7s here, full stop. And we're going to have an evasion token as well. Very true, Clinton. I'm fortunate that I have a display cabinet, but not everyone has that. This one, we've got, oh, look at her. So she starts with a luck. So she goes 9s from the Guitars, 8s from her luck, 7s from the Sleeping Virus, 6 from the Lucky Charm, 5 from the luck token. So she's going to crit on 5s. Seems fine. Yeah, have a fantastic day, Wide Destro. I'll be heading off shortly, mate, so you're not missing too much. This guy, Regal Edge, +2 speed, which is amazing on the Regal Edge because it's a sharp weapon, so we're leaning into strength there. All we need is the final piece of the Singing Armor set, and we're good there. We've got the Whisker Harp, which is nice. And then here we've got Ham Fluter, so he's got Club Spec. Starts with a luck bonus there. Has also got the Scrap Sword, but we haven't procced Deadly. So that's good. I'm feeling excited. Just let's no more Harvesters in this campaign, eh? Level 2 Smoggos. Ole! All right, so I'll be back tomorrow night, tomorrow being Sunday night, to continue this campaign. But the exciting thing is tomorrow morning I'll be doing a stream going through all of my cool experiences in Miniature Masters. So would love for you to join me then. 7:30 AM, it's going to be about 11 hours from now. I'll be doing that stream. So if you want to catch me then, that would be glorious. Yeah, fuck you, ZWEX. All right, friends, have an amazing day. I'll catch you all again soon.